Hey, yo, what's going on right now? You're watching Casino is the Name. I'm here with Nick. He is a paralegal here at Conti Moore Law Firm. And we're doing this video because a lot of people have been trying to figure out about what kind of things go on in different career fields. A lot of people want to know what they should go to school for, what shouldn't they go to school for, what other opportunities are there for a career. And a lot of people have been asking me about paralegals.
Okay.
A lot of people like, man, I want to be a lawyer. Well, I like law, but I don't know if I can do all that at school.
Right.
Or maybe I can't get into law school, but I still like working around law. So they've been wanting to know about the paralegal field, and he is an expert, and we're calling him an expert.
Expert's a strong word. Yeah.
Let me explain. So how long have you been doing this?
I've been with Conti Moore Law for about 3 months, so I'm the newest paralegal.
That's why he's
here.
an expert.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying he's an expert. And he's like, I don't know about that. Yeah. But yeah, he's been doing paralegal work here for 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And 3 months total.
Like 3 months
this
total.
This is my first paralegal job.
Okay.
Yeah.
First paralegal job and
so
total work experience.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So what brought you into being a paralegal?
So I actually got my bachelor's degree in women's studies, which the fun thing about I know, I get it all the time. The most common reason that people get that degree is it's actually the easiest bachelor's degree to get if you're going to apply to law school.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a very common move for them. You either go to law school or you go into social work. And I had been planning on doing one of those fields.
Gotcha.
Now, a different career option came up. I ended up working as an independent contractor in Kuwait for a couple of years. Came back and, looking for work, and Conti saw some potential in me, and that one of the reasons I'm always going to be grateful for her, because she, again, like I had zero experience, so she had to take a risk on me, and she just saw that there's a lot of transferable skills that people forget about, and when you have your degree, you've got public speaking, you've got writing ability, you do all these things that translate to anything as long as you put in that work ethic and you've got that good attitude.
Yeah, these tangible skill sets.
That's a good word for it.
So, all right. So, what is the requirement to become a paralegal?
I'd say attention to detail. I would say good customer service. You end up dealing with a lot of people who are upset. They're going through the worst experience of their life right now.
Gotcha. Right, yeah.
De-escalating,
Because they're dealing with family law here. So it's a lot of divorces.
Yeah, a lot of custody. You get kids involved. Cases. People's emotions run high.
Gotcha.
You got to have a thick skin, because when they're taking it out on you, you got to be able to just accept that it's just part of the job. And when I hang up that phone, I'm moving on to the next case. You can't dwell on it. But yeah, if you're willing to just have that good attitude and that good work ethic and the attention to detail, when you're drafting these pleadings that you're going to submit to court, I don't see any reason why somebody couldn't be a great paralegal as long as you got those skills. Okay,
so now let's say I want to be a paralegal because I watched this video and I said, yo, if Nick can do it, and he's giving me the confidence that I can go out there and become a paralegal, what are the requirements from an employer standpoint for me being able to enter into that field? Do I need a degree? Do I need a certification? Is there any kind of particular training that I need to get prior to
there's
applying for a position?
No legal requirements. You do not need, like me, I don't have a degree from a law school. I didn't get the paralegal certificate. You just have to, if you're willing to work hard, you're willing to show that you're capable of doing, the things that it's required to do.
Yeah.
There's no other set of requirements.
There's no education requirement per se to being a paralegal.
I would say it's going to be helpful in that job interview.
If you have something, you look better as a candidate. Not taking anything away from that, but I know people who go get associate's degrees or some kind of paralegal certificate, and it's like, what is like you don't necessarily have to do that typically. I mean, it's great to have.
Yeah. But it'll make you more marketable.
Yeah, but you probably could use that time to get something that, even could transfer over, but you could actually use for something that's requiring.
Right.
You have to get that. Like, to go get a bachelor's degree in paralegal is like, Why'd you do that?
I guess I would compare it to kind of like getting like your bachelor's degree in business. You know, you can.
Yeah.
It's great that you have it, but you don't need that to start a business.
Right.
You know?
See, I'm an accountant, right?
Okay.
So my bachelor's is in accounting. So I would suggest anybody going to get a business degree to get an accounting degree, because a general business admin degree is just general. It's not specialized in any kind of particular thing. But can you get a job as a paralegal with a bachelor's degree in business administration? Yes. So it is still usable, but it's you know, it's not even necessary per se.
Exactly.
So okay, all right. So no education requirement. Did you have to go to any kind of training once you got brought on, or
just the learning on the job, having a good
on the job?
Yeah, having a good senior paralegal who's catching my mistakes. That helped me, take the stress off of me.
Gotcha.
I did go through a short period of like, I'm so scared of making a mistake, and then you know my attorney's going to get disbarred because you know I misspelt petitioner. And then it was great to realize, like, that's not how it works, you know, and Conti put my mind at ease on it, so.
Okay, so what does, let's say, what does a paralegal actually do?
I draft documents, I get in touch with the clients, trying to think of the best way to summarize it. You know, my billing is going to be cheaper than the attorneys.
Right, for sure.
So we want the attorneys to be focusing on
the actual solving.
Yeah, we're going to work
the
on
real work.
We're going to work on the legal strategy. You know, we're going to be focusing on the hearings, the trial. So all of that office work, you know, if it's a simple document that anybody could draft, that's going to be on me. If it's getting in contact with the client saying, hey, we need you to see that statements, and organizing that and doing redactions and sending emails to the opposing side, that's going to be on me.
Right.
So I don't want to say it's easier. It's just a different set of skills. Yeah. And by me,
you're a mini lawyer, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're a mini lawyer, a cheaper lawyer.
Yeah. Behind every accomplished lawyer is an exhausted paralegal.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you like what you do?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. To me, this is the new career.
He loves it. This is the new career.
Yeah.
Now, okay.
To me, it's the type of thing that it's hard enough to give you that emotional satisfaction. You know what I mean? That
won't get bored.
Yeah, and every day I get to go home like, man, I accomplished something today.
Yeah,
you know,
feeling relieved that something is checked off the list.
And I made a difference in, again, you know, talking about people who are going through the toughest period of their life. I made a difference for them today.
Gotcha. Okay, well, you actually taught me some stuff about paralegalism.
Cool.
I'm going to use that. I don't know if that's the actual term. You taught me some stuff about paralegalism.
It is now.
It's now. It's our term.
Add it to Urban Dictionary.
You heard it here. Paralegalism.
We coined it.
We coined the phrase. So I learned some things about paralegalism that I didn't know about. And I didn't know really what paralegals did. I always see the term, you know, it's because you almost feel like you're an assistant. Like, not necessarily a receptionist, but it almost seems like you're an assistant to...
Yeah. One thing that helps me, and I like our relationship with the attorney I work with, Tiara, she is not technically my boss. My boss is my senior paralegal, and she has a different structure if you looked at our org chart. Yeah. So I don't work for her, I work with her.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. I've learned that.
We have a partnership.
Yeah, I've learned that in sitting here. Like, you're really like another lawyer who is not a lawyer.
Exactly. I can't give legal advice, but I get to help on that case. In my own way.
Right. You build at a lower rate, but you still do a lot of the work that if you weren't there, the lawyer would have to do.
Exactly.
So that is an interesting. I didn't know. You know, I'm thinking like, are they just answering the phones? Are they managing the calendar? So he just opened my eyes. Hopefully, he opened some of you guys out there eyes about what it takes to be a paralegal, and also what it's like being a paralegal. So, what is your typical day? I'm gonna wrap this up, but I'm curious. Like, what's your typical day when you come in?
Typical day. First thing I'm checking is emails from opposing counsels, that things got filed with the court. You know, there's always going to be a new document that gets filed. You know, it's like, all right, we got hearing on this day. I've got to get that calendared. Who do I have to notify? So if that's my attorney, got to get the client involved.
Okay.
I'm looking at deadlines. You know, we've got to get mandatory discovery submitted to the opposing side by this day. Where are we at on that? reaching out, getting on clients' cases, hey, let me, get these documents so I can get them organized, so I can get them, the document drafted to submit, lots of stuff like that. A lot of hand-holding, I guess I would say, as far as like with clients, like this is how you do this, this is how you request your W-2s, this is how you request your 1040s, stuff like that.
Okay, so I guess, so I'm a mediator, right? And I'm just curious, do you guys play any part in the mediation process?
As far as scheduling it, getting it, on the books, picking out a mediator, I'm not usually in that mediation. What would normally happen is, my attorney's missing something, like hits me up on the side on Microsoft Teams, like, hey, gotcha, send it back over to her. So I'm working I work behind the scenes while she, she's
so
in the
you are
mediation.
supporting the mediation, just not necessarily in the room.
Not in the room, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that is actually a lot of good information. And what was your career path prior to?
That is a long story. So I was in the Marines for 4 years.
Okay.
Got out of the Marines, became a bartender and a bar manager. Finished my bachelor's degree at a certain point, was planning on going to social work. Got a job offer to go live in Kuwait for a couple of years and did that instead. Got back, worked at Wells Fargo for a while. Wells Fargo decided they didn't want my position here in Orlando anymore. It is what it is, just a business decision.
Yeah.
And then, now I'm here at Conti Moore Law.
Okay, so I want to say one or two things before we get off of here. One is I'm Air Force, so I apologize.
for having a way better barracks, for having a way better
I apologize for you being a Marine,
yeah.
having to go through that, know. But I hear you guys are crazy, That's what I hear. They like to dig holes and sleep in them, so I don't know.
Yeah. I was aviation though.
Oh, okay.
So, I worked on F-18s. Okay. Oh, I was ordnance.
At the F-16s.
I was F-18s.
That's crazy. Maintenance guys.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
We're away from the combat. Jets are expensive. They don't want to put them out there.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that was the one thing about they always said about the Air Force that we're the smartest branch because the enlisted sent their officers to fight. Every other branch sent their enlisted to fight, So, because we can't fly planes unless you're an officer, so.
Yeah.
But that's what's up, man. I didn't even know you guys did that. I've never seen the Marine in aviation.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That's interesting. So you worked on you worked on F-18s?
Yep.
Okay, because I was going to say, what, helicopters? Because I know there's a lot of those.
I've had friends who did like Hueys and Cobras, but I was F-18s.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. Hey, okay. He ain't bad as I thought. All right, cool. So you definitely had a lot of different experiences as far as career paths. And you think any of those things help prepare you for where you are now? Yeah,
absolutely. And I'm grateful. Again, I got to give Conti the credit for wanting like seeing diversity in my career and let's get this guy's experience. So, but just as far as the attention to detail, I get that from the Marines. The thick skin, I get that from the Marines.
Gotta get it from the Marines.
It's the customer service, I get that from bartending. So all of this kind of just makes me, in my opinion, a more qualified paralegal, even if I have less experience in the field itself.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, you want to tell these people where they can find you?
But I'm a social media. I try to avoid it. No,
so he don't want you to find him.
Yeah.
All right. If you need a paralegal, reach out to him at Conti Law.
Conti Moore Law.
Conti Moore Law. Yeah. Conti Moore Law is at .com.
Believe so. Yeah. ContiMooreLaw.com.
All right. ContiMooreLaw.com, and he'll be ready to paralegal your ism.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Right now you're watching Casino Is the Name. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we out. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. It's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino Is the Name.